Welcome to Cybersecurity Bootcamp. This program is specifically for beginners who are looking for a way to get into the industry. So, on the course of this program, a lot of things will be exposed to you, and by the time you're done, you should have practical knowledge and also a direction of where to do and how to do it. My name, like you already know, is Mr. Brian, and I'll be your lead instructor in this program. So without wasting much time, who is this program for? We have three categories of people this bootcamp is pushed to. The first are rookies, those who do not have prior knowledge in cybersecurity, that are looking for a way to come into the industry. Then the second are beginners, those who somewhat have an IT experience but not in the line of cybersecurity. Then the third group are those who are currently working, probably professionals in their various fields that needs to upgrade, maybe get a certification or get some knowledge in cybersecurity. So these are the three categories of people which we have in the program. And it is at this point that I normally ask the students which categories they are, and they will respond, and that will ultimately shape the journey. So I will assume that you are in the beginner section. You already have an IT background a little bit into the section. Okay. The duration of the bootcamp for those who theirs is running in weeks is if you're running your bootcamp in weeks, it's going to be 4 weeks, which is 1 month. Then prior to this time, you already know your timetable and your schedules for your class. There are learning goals attached to the program. Okay, so
So,
so you could reduce the volume of the laptop
of the
and
laptop
mute it
and mute it,
because it's echoing.
because it's echo.
Oh, I think I can do it from here. Let me check. Okay, it has stopped echoing for a while. Which one? I don't know the one that you came in with.
Yeah, I'll disengage that now. I
Okay, and
think
I've
I think
muted it.
I actually connected with my phone too because I was making some. I think the laptop is okay now, so I'll disengage the phone.
It's all right, even though
All right,
this your voice here is loud and clear, but it's all right.
all right.
Okay, so do what you can, do what you want. It'll be good. Okay, so there are learning goals in the program which we expect that our learners should pick up or they should be expecting to see, you know, during the program. First of all, they will be taken through the foundations of cybersecurity, where they will gain essential knowledge of cybersecurity concepts, including threats, vulnerabilities, and defense mechanisms. Then we'll introduce you guys to Security Operations Center, where you understand the role of a security analyst, how they operate, and how to get into the industry from there, and its importance in safeguarding organizations. Then, alongside that, also, you're going to get hands on lab trainings. You're going to build your own personal lab and set it up. Then, be guided on how to execute simple tasks like uh, enumerating your network, your ports, scanning, doing little things that helps at the end. So part of your lab, what's it called? Your capstone project will be on a penetration testing class. project. So you're going to be doing running a test on Juice Shop using OWASP, using Bob Suite. So this will also serve as an introduction to Bob Suite, introduction to uh, OWASP Juice Shop, and finally you will be exploring, will be actually pushing you towards getting introduced to the interactive learning platforms like TryHackMe and Hack the Box. So these guys will give you the platform where you will remain active every day, even when you wrap up from the program. Then also, I think we didn't include this. You will be guided on how to generate a unique CV or resume according to the skill sets you have, and it would be nice that we even get that in place now so that the students will not forget. Have you any idea of how to use ChatGPT? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Caller? I need your response. Like I said, the class wouldn't work if it is only one-sided.
I will let me. I can hear you. Let me switch off from the laptop. I'll use the
Okay.
phone then. Yeah. Let me disengage here. Okay.
Yeah, I think your voice is back, very loud and
Yes.
clear.
I just
Good.
wanted to use the laptop so that I could have a broad spectrum of it better. I think is this recording going to be sent to mails?
Yes,
Oh,
the recording will be made available. So,
okay. All right.
and it's on I think a 4K screen, a 3K screen. So it should be very
Okay.
broad. Okay,
Okay.
so but in case of next time, how to fix that would be to first mute your laptop, then go to the volume of the laptop, the normal volume of the laptop, then turn down the volume entirely.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
that would solve the problem of the echo. In case of next time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you have an idea of ChatGPT, right?
I have a little idea on it, but I
Okay,
can still work my way around it a little bit.
a little is all we need. A little is all we need. So, while you're starting this program, you will be expected to curate your progress in ChatGPT. So it's going to be like your personal assistant, and also it is going to help you to, at the end of the program, to design or sum up your skill set, then give you a granular level CV or resume that is consistent with everything you've learned.
Okay.
So I'm going to write some of the prompts, very easy, then share the link with you so that you will continue from there afterwards.
Okay.
So now the goal is I'm going to introduce myself to the engine and tell it, okay, I'm running this program by Mr. Brian, and it's so time, and we are going to be doing so and so thing. So I would like you to be my guide throughout the program. So for every class you have, you come back, ask it some questions that you don't understand, or give it a summary, do your summary there. Now, every summary you give it, it knows. So at the end of the program, or even before your lab or your practicals, when there are practicals or labs that needs you to do, and you need an assistant, you might not just rush down to Mr. Brian. But you sort it out. Then, if it is hard or something that you really, really need my attention, you let me know. But why it is good to include it is so that it will capture every part of your journey in this bootcamp, because that is what is going to use to create your resume, and it will be unique to you, your experience, and your journey. I hope you understand.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to increase the screen so we have a wider screen on this preview. So I'll say, mm, hello, I just enrolled into a cybersecurity beginners bootcamp, and over the next 1 month, I intend to get acquainted. I hope you correct that for me. Yes. What's the correct spelling of acquainted? Okay. Acquainted. Acquainted. English, not my first language anyway. I intend to get acquainted with the career paths, basic skills, and practical knowledge, hands-on knowledge of cybersecurity. I will be engaging you all the way through. I also know we are, okay, let's say all the way through. Even in our capstone project of SQL injection using Bob suite and OWASP juice shop. Okay, so you seen what I wrote, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna send it, and then it's gonna give us a good response. Okay, it says now read it. Kindly read it, please.
Fantastic. Congrats on enrolling, and love that you want to bring me along for the whole month, including the juice shop, SQLI capstone. Below is considered practical practical 4-week plan you can follow with daily stroke weekly goals, the exact tools and setup you will need, hands-on exercises, including Bob plus OAPS juice shop SQLI tasks, deliverables for your capstone, and a short assessment rubric so that you can track progress. If you want, I can generate a one-page checklist of terminal stroke PowerShell commands to set up your environment. Say the word and I'll produce them. 1 month
Okay,
roadmap weekly breakdown.
okay, okay, it's all
Oh,
right.
all right.
So it's giving you some things to look at and things that you can get your eyes on. Now I need you to. I'm going to send this link to you, because once I share it and you open it from your end in your laptop, you're going to get this exact page, meaning you're going to now continue from there. Okay. So for every question or every class we have, you come down below, you engage it, give it a summary. By the end of the program, Once you say, I'm done with this program, and kindly generate a CV or resume curated or unique to me and my experiences, it's going to give you a very fantastic one. So that when someone looks at it, you will know that, okay, even you yourself will see, okay, this is what I achieved during this program. And it will be a great start. So I'm going to share the link now. Create a link. Okay. I'm sending it to the message box here. So you could just copy it or send it directly to your WhatsApp or your system anywhere so that you'll be able to open it ASAP. So do that right away and let me know if it opens well on your system before we move ahead. Are you there?
Hello?
Yes. Have you done it?
I'm trying to, the thing is not copying, but I want to switch on back to the system so that I could copy it from there.
Okay, let me see if I can send it to you.
Mm.
Send me your mail on the message box.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I've I've copied and pasted on
Okay, you've been able to copy it.
Yeah, I've copied from the message inbox now.
Okay.
I pasted on my WhatsApp page for now.
Okay.
So I'll
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So
do that from.
It's all right, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. You are in two places too.
Yeah, I wanted to help you out to copy it out, but you've already done that.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I don't know why these things are.
We can go ahead now, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So on the proceeds, there are very few proceeds stuff you should be expecting to, take home with. First will be a certificate of bootcamp completion. Yeah. This shows that you've successfully gone through this bootcamp and you've been qualified. After this program, the next program you should be doing is not, you shouldn't be doing um, 101. You should do something higher. So you'll get a certificate of completion. Then I know we've talked about the ISC2 as, license and examination. You will also be privileged to, you know, sit for this exam and also pass it and get the certification too, like I shared with you when we were doing our onboarding call. I hope you could remember some of them, right? Some of the things I told you.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you also get an access to follow-up support. You're already on our WhatsApp group. You have my attention and also the attention of some other good guys in the group, just in case you need them. So officially welcome to week one. And I believe by now you should have probably one or two questions, or you are fired up for the program. So if you have a question, kindly ask.
For now, I don't have any questions. I can fire up to continue now. For now.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So week one is a preamble just to welcome you into the society, to let you bring up your awareness into what you already know. Week two should be your introduction to Security Operations Center, which will be a full. Most times we don't finish week two's class in one sitting. We have to make it twice because of how big it is. So um, that was on week two. Week three, we introduce you to ports scanning. Okay, no, week three is ISC2 examination preparation and registration. We're going to guide you towards how to register for that exam, your license exam, and how to go about it. Then also look into the questions that comes out from most of the teachings that comes out from that section. That's what we're going to do on week three. Then from week four, we are looking at entering hands-on fully. We'll start with ports. We'll go into the theory of ports and a bit about network. Then fire up with setting up the home lab. Then on week five, we go into inside more into introduction to SQL injection and the project. Then week six, you'll be expected to um, put your hands dirty and get the job done for your capstone project. Most times, some people take 1 month to finish theirs, some take 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So whenever you're done with your capstone project, then we could celebrate you, then grant you your certificate, and point you to the right direction. For those who are very serious, it looks very small. What I mean small is that the days are short for those who are serious. But for those who, they are using it not just as their core program, they're probably something they're just bouncing pass out. They see it as a very long time. But for me, 4 Yeah, 4 weeks is very small. So people before they graduate, they are like, Mr. Brian, can't we stay one more month? I said, don't worry. You will stay 1 month into the industry, not in Mr. Brian's class, because the industry is calling. There's so much you could be exposed to, and you should be helping. We need more people in the good side than we have in the bad side. So uh, there's always something that can be done in your own catchment area. So, what is cybersecurity? Just as simple as it goes, it refers to the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. Okay, and these attacks are usually aimed at doing some things. For example, they might be accessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information. At any time, or at some times too, you might find out that they are extorting money from users, or even interrupting normal business processes. For example, if any network infrastructure, for example, MTN or Glo, one of these telecom companies, if they get hacked out, you find out that most people will have challenge doing their business. First of all, it will interrupt normal business process, and most people will suffer from it. So, for me, I believe that cybersecurity is all about protecting number one, human being. I tell people that human being is one of the uh, most interesting chains that should be protected. In the chain of security, we understand that human beings are the weakest in the chain of security. Machines can be programmed not to fail, but you can never know what a human being can do. A human being can do and undo. So human beings are still considered as the weakest link in, in security. So if machines can be hacked, human beings also can be hacked even faster when they are not in tune, when they are not trained to know what and how to respond to systems. So in today's interconnected world, cybersecurity is critical. In fact, some nations treat cybersecurity security incidents as a national um, what do they call it? National program. Some of them take it even as a national crime. When you commit cyber crime, they treat you as a national criminal. Why does cybersecurity matter? Why do we need to learn or engage ourselves in this field? Number one, protection of data. Okay, cybersecurity ensures that sensitive information remain confidential and is not accessed by unauthorized individuals. Uh, it wouldn't make sense that the stuffs you have confidential are flying all over the internet or all over the place. We also look at one of the reasons also as business continuity, like we said now a few minutes ago, whereby we gave an example with the telecom industry. If they are taken out of business, yeah, they will interrupt so many things. So cybersecurity helps companies. Our companies rely on this particular section of the career or section of the workforce to keep their operations running smoothly, preventing costly downtimes due to cyber attacks. If a system is taken out, a lot will be at stake. Also, national security, like I was telling you, protecting critical infrastructures and national interest from cyber threats is a matter of national security. Very big one. Okay. And these are some of the reasons why cybersecurity matters today. At least when you're in an industry, it will be nice to know, okay, why this industry? Okay. If you are in the data industry, why data? They will tell you how scattered data is and why your skill set will be needed to normalize the scattered data, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in this field, we have three core concepts whereby everything that we do in cybersecurity rotates in these three, around these three pillars. While we are going on in this bootcamp, if we come around stuffs that will come out in your exam, will also make it known. For example, they will ask some of the questions that they'll come out in the exam. You will be asked about this acronym, CIA.
Yeah.
So, and CIA stands for confidentiality,
Integrity.
integrity, and availability. So they form the three core concepts we have in the industry. And the three of them work hand in hand: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So oftentimes they are called the CIA triad, whereby confidentiality on its own ensures that sensitive data is only accessible to those with the appropriate permission. For example, when you encrypt sensitive mails and you send them, only the recipient with the right decryption algorithms,
Decryption.
yes,
Yeah.
will be able to read them. So that is confidentiality playing its part there. Then integrity maintains the accuracy and completeness of data. Sometimes, even with physical eyes or mind just looking at a document, you might not know that this data has been tampered with. There are some tools that are being used to check if two documents that are duplicated are exactly the same thing. So integrity ensures the accuracy and completeness of data. Okay. Then the last part, which is availability. So this part ensures that data and systems are available when needed. There is no need of locking up your secret and locking yourself out even when you need it. So availability ensures that data and systems are available when needed. Some websites or some companies, they use redundant systems to remain online even during the hardware failures. So we say what the CIA is, and we say that CIA stands for what? Confidentiality, integrity,
Integrity
and
and
availability.
availability.
Yes. So most times in the exam, you might see they will ask and they will bring up confidentiality, international, and availability, or confidentiality, integrity,
Yeah.
and avoidance. So they are trying to know.
Yeah.
They are trying to know if you actually know this stuff. So you already know what to
Okay.
pick when the questions come up. So let's look at a brief use case. Like I said, we don't spend much time in our program. We don't spend much time staying on
Introduction
things.
on theory.
Yeah, things on staying on things that do not really matter. We have a goal. Yeah, we want to meet up that goal, and we also have
Yes.
time to,
Yes.
in case our students have hard understanding, we also have time. So we hit you up with the most important things, set you up on the right path, then set you up running. Any other thing, if you need theories and lots of things, you can get them on Udemy. You can get them on free on
Yes.
Google or anywhere. So this is, yeah, this is just to get you acquainted. And if there are any questions you have, always interrupt. Let me know. That question might have its own learning path that is unique to your class or to you, and every other person that is listening to you, who might not be thinking in that direction, will like, oh, okay, this. So it goes as flexible as it can. Okay, So let's look at a use case of CIA just to ensure that you understand this concept very well. Now, while you're also preparing for your exam, the materials that will be made available for your ISC2 license exam will also deepen your knowledge on these three concepts. It's going to give you a deeper knowledge, deeper than
Mm.
what the surface looks like. Eh, it looks very simple, and but when the questions start coming, you'll be wondering: are these questions really from this confidentiality, integrity, and availability? So those materials will
Mm.
get you prepared for those kind of moments. Okay.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So confidentiality, we say, ensures that things that are meant to be private is stay private. So let's consider a hospital's patient database in a hospital, for example. And when you come into the hospital, the security man at the gate, you sign in your name and the time you came in. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, you come into the hospital, you are seeing the doctor, your details are taken, your blood sample, your diagnosis, everything. Confidentiality ensures that only doctors and authorized personnel can access your record.
Yeah.
The gate man does not have any business with your record inside the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have that clearance. Now, integrity ensures that that data entered by the doctor that attended to you isn't altered by mistake or by intention without due process. So if Dr. A, who
Mm.
attended to you, is not around and you are coming on the next day, Dr. B will attend to you and update what happened on the second visit. So everything is curated. There is integrity on that
Yeah.
data. There is no mistake. Nobody is asking, why did this one live here? No. Integrity ensures that data entered by one doctor or one nurse is not altered by accidentally or maliciously. Then availability ensures that this database or this data is accessible during peak times of
So
emergency. For example, you leave this state and
when needed.
you're going to let's say South Africa, and your health report is needed as urgent as it needed. How do you assess it? And that's where availability comes into play. So these three concepts, they form the basis of what we fight for, what we do in cybersecurity. We secure, we maintain accuracy, and we also make it available to the right users.
Available.
Yeah.
Mm.
So a bit on threats and vulnerabilities. A vulnerability is like a weakness, okay, in a
Yeah.
system, in the human body, in a network or application, anything that has to do with weakness or anything that shows a weakness. For example, you have your front door, the door of your house, and it's a plywood, and you have gold and everything inside your house. How easy it is for a thief to break into your house
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
your door is plywood.
Plywood. It's easy. Very easy. Just
So
with one
that
kick of the leg.
everything
With one kick.
exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Everything will come crashing in the door. So
Mhm.
that alone is a weakness in that your house. So there are weaknesses found in human beings. For example, a person who has a soft heart that always want to help people, that is a
Mm.
weakness. So the
Yeah.
threat actor calls him on phone and say, your bank account, we want to service your ATM machine, send us this code, and the person said, okay, please you push it. I beg go. Abego, divulge important information to the threat actor. That is a weakness on his own part. So there are people,
Yes.
their weakness is a woof. Once they see a woof, they want to jump in. Yeah, Temu is
Use
advertising.
control. Yes.
Yeah, Temu is advertising a laptop for 9,000 naira. I can buy a laptop for 9,000 naira, and the person ends up losing more than he gained. So
Yeah.
vulnerability is a weakness or flaw in an operating system, network, applications, or even a human being. So we say that the weak points in your computer or your systems that are open to threat actors or hackers. For example, using weak passwords is like having a very weak front door or leaving your door unlocked. Some people, their password is their date of birth. Some people, their password is their daughter's or their child's name plus their date of birth. See, you should use a password that, first of all, there is no there is no password that cannot be cracked, but it's just a matter of
Yeah.
time and relevance. So if it's going to take you, let's say, 1 month to crack a password, that inside that place, probably what you see is 1,000 naira. Does it worth it?
No.
It doesn't worth it. So now, systems, that's why when they send you OTP, they'll tell you this OTP is going to expire in the next 5 minutes. Why?
Yeah.
It can be hacked. There are systems that can run a guesswork on OTPs. So they are
OTPs.
trying to guess which combination of number did they send to you. Now, by the time they are done doing this guessing, 5 minutes has elapsed. It has expired. So this is one of the ways systems protect or curb this type of threat. Because when this OTP is sent to you, what the computer does or what the threat actor does is he will start guessing random numbers, but he will do it from, like, say, this your OTP is 0687. It will start 0000, 0001, 0002. It will do it until it gets to 0600,
You know.
06. So it keeps on guessing. Before it will guess the correct one, the time has gone. And whatever it is it wants to steal is no more available there. You understand the concept? So
Yes.
every password or every security system can be bypassed, but it's just a matter of the time
Interesting.
and the relevance of what the person wants to do. Then also, this concept called where the threat actor is who you and I or the internet calls a hacker.
Hacker.
The threat actor, let me use the right color for him because he's red. The threat actor is not the same as a hacker,
Okay.
but the society mistakes the identity of the two. What the society currently calls a hacker is this person's job.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Meanwhile, the
That
hacker itself
is a
is
certified.
exactly
So, yeah.
someone who is employed to figure out the
Yeah.
loopholes and the weaknesses in your system, then give you the solutions on how to take care of it. And you employ this guy to do the good work. He finds the loopholes in your systems, then he'll fix it or give you how to fix it. But this one, you did not employ him. In fact, he's walking rope. He's a rope on a mission. So he's just the opposite of a hacker. So in the industry, you will be hearing the word threat actor more often than the word hacker. So just so you know. Then security vulnerabilities can arise for many reasons anyway, and including misconfigurations. Some people, their systems are not being configured to top notch. They leave some loose ends, etc. Sometimes their designs flaws or even outdated software versions. Most times, when before I think on our probably on SOC, that should be the next part. We'll see the ways that companies try to help people from staying away from being a victim. Most times when people see updates, there is a security update on your phone, say, they want to eat my data. I'm not going to update anything. So some of those software updates are ways to keep you safe. But we'll look at that extensively in the next coming classes.
Okay.
And, so basic security measures include using strong passwords, like we already know. In fact, one of the best password combinations will be something that has to do with a passphrase, a sentence that is unique to you. Let me say, for example, the password would be a phrase that is unique to you and just you. At least make it long and make it memorable, something that you alone can memorize it. So, and also some systems they go as much as telling you it must be more than 8 or at least 8. It must have a capital letter. It must include a small letter. It must include a number. Yes,
and special characters.
A special character. So you see, people are when you leave people, they will not want to do the right things, and that is why the threat industry is still booming because people are lazy, or let me say, people are too busy not looking at security aspects. So some companies try to help human beings to stay safe. So they tell you your password must be strong. At least they give you the basic strong character, strong password setup. So okay, so creating complex passwords and changing them regularly to prevent unauthorized systems, regular software updates to keep your system up to date with latest patches. This is one of the reasons that software update is important. A patch here comes out in your examination. What is a patch? On a normal Nigerian language, when you say you want to patch something, what does that mean?
Just to seal something a bit, like maybe patching up a tube, tube in the tire when you go patching up tires.
Yes. And most times that's whatever you are fixing is still in use. You still want to keep on using it. Yeah. So the word patching in the system security is used for taking care of something that was found wrong. For example, we found out that the version we are using version 3.0 and version 3.5 came up. So we patched up the system and upgraded it to 3.5, then sent out the patched version so that people can download it and get upgraded. Now, when people don't get upgraded to version 3.5, they are now in version 3.0. Now, that 3.0 currently has that vulnerability that they are running away from. So anybody using the older version is expected to be more careful because he's liable to be attacked. Or if there's an attack, it will hit the person.
It will hit the person, yeah.
So, but when the companies bring up the new version. They're telling you, okay, this is our updated version that has been patched and secured. Okay, use this also. So, but no, we 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 value data over our security. They want to finish a whole 4 gig. Ah! It's all right. So safe browsing, avoid suspicious websites and downloads. Some people go about clicking links up and down. During this program, I think in your second class too, we're going to do a little practical how to verify links, how to look at links that are good, the ones that are bad. We're going to see a
Okay.
platform that will help us to do that. So that when someone sends you a random link, you could take that link, send it, put it on that platform. It's going to let you know whether this link is malicious or not. Uh, that link also accepts files. If someone sends you a PDF or a file that you think, nah, I don't want to open this file, who knows what is inside it, you can also send that file here, and
Okay.
the platform will check the authenticity of that file. Yeah. So even website address too, before you go into some
Going to
addresses, you could check it up there. So we're going to check that out tomorrow. So in our next class, your first classwork will be to list out 10 vulnerabilities and 10 threats in cybersecurity. Meanwhile, this material is available or will be available in your folder, the same place where your class recording will be. You'll see the materials, every material we use for each of the class will be there. So that
okay.
when you go back to go through it, you will have a copy of what was used for the class. So the first classwork is to list 10 vulnerabilities and 10 threats in cybersecurity. Yeah, list them, go through them, have some questions reserved, and on our next class, we might start with some of the questions you might have before going into the business of the day.
Okay.
So, a basic introduction into Operation Center, just a touch intro. Next week is a full breakdown into Operation Center. So, the word SOC, Security Operations Center, is a centralized unit, is like a department that deals with security issues on a high level. In fact, on an organizational and technical level, it is a core department that can actually operate as a full company on its own.
Hmm.
Currently, in our program, we are setting up a lab, a SOC lab, Security Operations Center lab. Just the setup alone has taken 1 month plus.
Hmm.
One month plus, and I'm not even done. Like I'm not done. There is a lot to do. Now the components that has been they're supposed to be used has all been installed. And now the next part is to configure them so that they can talk to each other. Then
Each
after
of
that, the next part is to make it open, available through VPN, so that students who are doing the advanced program can come in and use it and see what it takes to work in a security operations center, to know the day-to-day job routines that they could be doing. Then also, we can accept offers from products. For example, Mr. A might have this app that he wants to be continuously monitored so that he will know early when there's an attack. So that also can be done in a security operations center. So it's a very fun uh, environment. Next week, we're going to dig deep into it. So we say that it is a centralized unit that deals with security issues on an organizational and technical level. And the primary job function of the SOC or the SOC analyst is to monitor, to detect, to analyze, and to respond to cybersecurity incidents. They monitor, they detect,
that
they
analyze.
analyze and respond to cybersecurity incidents using a combination of technology solutions and strong standard operating procedures or strong set of processes. So it's always an intimate section of the workforce. So we have some basic job roles, just a list of the ones around. They have the SOC analyst. SOC analysts can go up to level 1, level 2, level 3. We now have the SOC manager, also have the SOC lead. So, for example, I'm in SOC level 1, even though I assist level 2 and level 3 and the manager to perform some work, which is even giving me the edge on how to set up a SOC lab. Okay, because the people who do lab setups are the managers. They are the ones, SOC managers. So they are the ones to set up the lab and also provision uh, accessories, etc., from vendors. So those are some of the stuffs that they do. But basically, SOC analysts from level 1, they they do the
You
simple
can
job roles. Yes, they
just
just they monitor, detect, analyze, and they respond to tickets. So we have the incident responders. These guys are like the firefighters. So when there's an incident, they are there to help the situation. These professionals manage the response to security incidents, such as data breaches or malware infections.
I
They're
will.
always there. Then we have I think Nigeria has a grand military team that whenever there is war, they are the ground hunters. They go out there to do the work. So they are like our threat hunters. They don't wait for this for things to happen. The threat hunters. So they have special abilities that help them to go track. They actually hunt for the vulnerabilities. So they
Sorry,
are
that means they
also
don't wait until things happen.
yes,
They are
no,
in the
no, no,
field. They are in the
yes,
field looking
yes,
out.
yes.
Okay, looking out that okay.
He's a SOC analyst that waits for things to happen.
Will happen.
Yeah, so they defend it. They are waiting for it to happen so that they can defend it and curb the
Defend
effect.
it.
But
Perfect. Okay.
the threat hunters, they are out there searching, scanning, ensuring that if the enemy, in fact, is a shoot on sight,
Hmm.
once you put them, they take you
Okay.
out.
Just like a firewall.
Yeah,
Um, okay. Building a firewall so that things don't come. So what it comes,
yes,
a alert or something. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So those tools, you see, those tools they talk to each other, but they don't talk in human language. Most
Yeah.
times, what we see is uh, a representation of what is
Yes.
happening inside the network. So now the SOC analysts are watching what is happening
Happening.
inside that firewall.
Mm.
It is part of the things they are watching. They are seeing if this virus wants to come in or whether it wants to go out. In fact, some very skilled threat actors they can set up how do they call this? What's the English word for this? When there's a distraction. Um, when someone distracts you to do another thing, you'll be focusing
Another
on this
thing. Okay.
area and the person is doing another thing over here. So
Yeah.
yeah, they some very skilled threat actors
Let
can
actors.
yeah they can push an empty threat to the firewall. The firewall will start shouting, "I catch it! I don't catch him! I don't catch him!"
Hmm.
And
Whereas, yeah,
all attention will be on the firewall and what it has caught. Meanwhile, the real threat will pass under.
person. Mm.
So those things are if you don't have
Yes.
eyes on ground, if nobody's watching the whole picture, everything, you will not see, or you will just be in darkness. So those are one of the basic jobs of a SOC analyst. They monitor the network. That is their job. They monitor the network to know if this is a fake alert or a real one.
A threat, a real threat alert that
Yeah,
will cause
yes.
so
I saw you.
threat alert. Mm.
Hmm. Okay, so we have less than 3 minutes on the counter. Mm. Like I said, our next class will be basically on this SOC, where we're going to look at it very well. And also, why am I having network? Why should I lose my network? Hmm, what is happening? Yeah.
Hello?
You're there,
Okay.
right? Yes.
I can
I
hear
was
you.
wondering, I
I
was
can hear
wondering
you now.
where,
Yes.
yes, I was wondering where my network went to because I'm using two networks actually. One, in case one
Okay.
tries to do anything, I will automatically switch to the next.
Okay. That one will have a backup. Yeah.
Yes, we have a backup. Yeah. So this part also, cybersecurity has the um, let's call it the legal aspects too. For those who are interested, and especially for the professional working professionals, so they might consider doing going into the
Regulatory.
the regulatory compliance sections of cybersecurity. So we'll also look at that too alongside with SOC. But you have an assignment on based on that to usher us into that. The second assignment would be to list out some of the bodies in your country that set standards for how companies handle personal data.
Okay. I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Set
which
out.
bodies in Nigeria sets the standards for how companies handle personal data. You just check them out. When you do them, you could send them over on WhatsApp, probably a document, a Google document, and share me the link anyhow. But just make
Okay.
sure that you get them done before our next class. So the recording video will be made available before 24 hours or at most 48 hours. Then it will be posted to your folder. Inside your folder, you will find several other things there that will be useful.
Sorry to ask that. I'll actually pen that down. Where is my folder? Where can I access my folder?
Yes, you will be. I will share it to you on WhatsApp. At the
Okay.
end of this
Okay.
class, it will be created, and you will get to have it.
Oh, okay. Because I penned that down to ask later.
Okay, so all right. Thank you very much. I think we've come to the end of today's class. This is just the beginning. The next class is going to be more stronger and stronger till we hit the goal. Have a nice time.